Alright, right off the bat, I'm gonna be honest. Things actually scale up a lot at 324 in the video, so if you really want to watch the entertaining part, you should probably just jump to there. But if you choose to stay and carry on through the entire thing, then here's a little bit of backstory. I did the first video already. It basically just showed me finding this place, and in this video I actually have three main goals. One is to raid a house, one is to build a tree farm, one is to build a functioning food farm. So yeah, as you can see, the crows, I thought they were friendly. They obviously weren't, and when I beat them, then I got chicken. So yeah, that's how I got a secure source for food in the meantime. That house on the right is the one that I was supposed to be raiding. I had planned to, I never got around to it in the last video, so I did it in this one. So I ended up going back in front because I kept running out of blocks. Now, obviously I had been worried about if one of these guys were inside, and I saw from far that there was a door. Unfortunately, these guys can break down doors, so that was a bit of an issue. Anyway, it actually took me a few tries to actually get inside and stay inside. As you can see, the crow knocked me off pretty easily. So obviously, being undaunted, I came back again for the second time. I used the blocks to block off the doors because these guys can break doors. And yeah, that's how I ended up inside the house for the second time. Unfortunately, turns out that that slab isn't really able to block them. So I ended up dead again. Yeah. I actually came back a third time because, I don't give up. I came back with a slab, finished it off. So now they could actually not fit inside. The only actual useful thing in the house, besides the metal obviously, was the helmet. And of course the access to dirt, which I didn't have before. Which I learned is also pretty dangerous since some of these guys could crawl under. Yeah, there's actually quite a few of them under there. But eventually I beat those guys as well. Yeah, here is just me fixing up the tree farm. Finally, that means I had an infinite source of wood after that. And yeah, these guys kept trying to get in, but thanks to my foolproof fencing, I did manage to keep them out. I also tried making an access to the bottom to use the ground floor for the food farm. So eventually I did head down, forgetting that, I was using a controller type of thing on the screen and just fell off. Yeah, so function tree farm, as you can see. I needed torches to light up the entire area, so that's what I went into straight after that. Yeah, I lit up the entire thing. I also forgot that the bottom of this place is a block high, which means these crawling guys could get into my house still anyway. Yeah, so pretty much the way that I decided to respond to that, I ran upstairs, I got some more wood because I needed slabs, obviously, and I started blocking off the bottom. So yeah, while I was blocking off, I had to keep beating up even more of these guys because they just kept coming. As you can see, every time I left even the slightest gap in the fence, they just found their way through. Yeah, so eventually I got it all covered up. I dug out the bottom area that made the farm. I also found out that I can have a problem with hydration. So yeah, that gave me nausea. And instead of taking responsibility and getting food and drink, I just threw myself off the building a bunch of times. I also stood and taunted a skeleton for a good long while because, skeletons can't shoot straight. Yeah. I needed an infinite water source for the farm, so I left. I got the water bucket. I also had a pretty cool fight under the water with these guys, which was nice. And then, yeah, I got ambushed from behind by even more of them, which was a bit annoying. However, I did pull one of my little escape stunts, managed to get back inside, put down the water, and then just start ankle biting all of the zombies outside because I needed my second water bucket. And then I decided that I would rather just like jump into the pool, not realizing that these guys would all swarm towards the middle the moment they saw me. But I still did it anyway because, I'm just like that. I'm that good. But no, I'm not. I I jumped in, and yeah, it was really difficult to make a proper escape because these guys they don't give up. I also ran out of dirt partway through the farm, but I got enough eventually. I found seeds and I just started planting a whole lot. I also needed the blocks to block off the creepers because I was scared those guys were going to blow a hole in the wall. And if the creepers did blow a hole in the wall, that would have been it for me. Alright, yeah, so now functioning base, perfectly functioning. Tree farm, regular farm, access to another house, all that. The next videos are probably going to be more interesting, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this one.